Folks, my name is Jessica, and I'm IL Program Manager here with CORD, Cape Organization for Rights of the Disabled. Did you know if you're a person living with disabilities, your rights are protected by certain laws? In this video, we're going to go over some of these rights and some of these laws. So what do these laws have in common? The Americans with Disabilities Act, the Federal Fair Housing Act, Section 504 of the Rehab Act, the Mass Housing Bill of Rights, Mass Service Animal Law, Mass Employment Discrimination Law, Mass Equal Rights, and the Help America Vote Act, also known as HAVA. What do they have in common? They all have the same goal: to provide equal opportunities, remove barriers, and prevent discrimination against people with disabilities. So what types of things do these laws cover? Employment, government agencies, state and town government, housing, transportation, businesses, including doctors' offices and hospitals, recreation, schools and colleges, voting, and much more. So what is it all about? These laws work to prevent discrimination and provide people with disabilities an equal chance. They don't work to provide you with special favors or give you an unfair advantage. Equal access is what it's all about. An employer can't refuse to hire you just because you have a disability, but they don't have to hire you if you aren't qualified for the job or if someone else is a better candidate, even though you have a disability. You can't be fired just because you have a disability, but you can be fired if you don't meet productivity standards or violate the code of conduct. A store owner can't refuse to serve you just because you have a disability, but they can refuse to serve you if you are disruptive or causing damage. A bar can't refuse to serve you alcohol because you have a disability, but they can refuse you if you've had too much to drink or don't have a valid ID. And by the way, bars in Massachusetts cannot require a driver's license as an ID. They must accept a state ID. A landlord can't evict you because you have a disability, but they can evict you if you violate your lease or don't pay your rent. A restaurant can't deny you entry because you have a service dog, but they can ask you to leave if the dog is disruptive or aggressive. Just so you know, there are only 2 questions you can be asked about a service dog. Is this service animal required for your disability? And what tasks has it been trained to provide? No other questions, and no certification or identification is needed. So a town recreation department can offer sailing lessons designed for people with disabilities, but they can't force you to take that class. You can take the same class as everyone else, and they still need to provide reasonable accommodations. So speaking of reasonable accommodations, employers, agencies, town government, business owners, and landlords must provide reasonable accommodations so you can benefit from their services or participate in their programs. Want to know more? Stay tuned for my next video where we go over reasonable accommodations.